or good morning, everyone, or good evening. Always depends on where you are in the world. Coach Brad with you here again. As always, it's a pleasure to be here with you today. And as you can probably see, I'm sitting in my car today. Life is crazy. You just never know how schedules will play out and things change. And so I wound up grabbing a Wi-Fi connection at a local park and sitting in the parking lot right now in my car. But hey, that's what life's all about, right? Being flexible and adjustable and adaptable and just, going with the flow. That's not what I'm here to talk about today, but again, I think it's just an important lesson. So, yeah, it's a beautiful day and maybe there'll be a little bit of traffic or something like that, but that's all right. We can just deal with that and move on. And so again, if you don't know, if you're just watching this or hearing about me for the first time, I'm Coach Brad. I'm your Couch to Healthy coach. I'm the guy that I like to, kind of, I guess, tease nowadays that, I was sitting on the couch 13 years ago, 50 pounds overweight, completely lethargic, no direction, no purpose, no anything. And wham, started to just turn things around. And the next thing I know, I went from couch to 5K and I just kept on going and going and going and have never stopped. And that's what your life is going to be like too. You get that initial spark, what I talked about in my last live stream. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that one. I talk about that spark being desire. And once you have that spark lit, that desire, that fire starts to burn, and it just burns brighter and brighter day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. No, it's definitely not an overnight process. Anyone that has done this, hero's journey, as they call it, I will tell you it's absolutely not an overnight process, but it is one more step forward. I mentioned before, how do you climb a mountain? You climb a mountain one step at a time. And so that's your journey. Once you start that spark, you have that one spark of desire to get you going on this journey. Well, now that you've got that spark of desire, again, go back and listen to that last live stream if you haven't, so you know more of what I'm talking about. How do you go from there? And so today I wanted to talk about, three things specifically to use in your life to help get you off the couch and get you healthy again, if that's your goal. Or these three things will apply to anything in your life. If you've got a goal like me now to become an entrepreneur and build a brand, if you've got a goal to buy a house, if you've got a goal to get that dream job, whatever that is for you, whatever your goal is, these are three things that you're absolutely going to need. And I'm applying them today specifically to the health aspect of your life, but really they're not limited to that. They can be used for anything. And I'll tell you this, everybody on this planet, anywhere in the world, who has ever achieved anything that other people look at and go, wow, they have these three things. These are the three things that all successful people, if I use that word, even though success means different things for different people, these are three things that all successful people all over this planet have in common. And these are the three things I'm going to share with you here in just a moment. But no, these three things are something that you have already within you. They're something that you tap into. And what we're going to do today is introduce them to you. And then over the course of upcoming live streams in the future and all of that, I'm going to teach you how you begin tapping into these. I know because I've been on this journey now for 13 years and I've learned a trick or two how you tap into these. So what are these three ingredients to I'll say ultimate success, because really they are. It's just a matter of time. Three ingredients to go from couch to healthy, three ingredients to go from your point A to your point B, from who you are to who you are meant to be, three ingredients to go from your point A to that dream goal that you have, whatever that might be. Here they are. Okay. The first one is, it starts with the letter D, is decide. You've got to decide, what is it that you want? What do you want for your life? Okay. Everything in life starts with a decision. What are you deciding right here and right now in this moment with regards to your health? Are you deciding to be healthy? Are you deciding to reach that goal? Are you deciding to buy that home? This is where everything begins. You've got to make that decision that says, hey, starting right here, right now, from this moment forward, I'm deciding, or I sometimes use the word choosing, I'm choosing to be healthy. And then you get that laser focus on all of that. So I've made a decision in my life. I'm deciding to build this brand, to pursue this career path. to pursue this dream life of mine. Really, it all starts with a decision. And that decision, again, comes from having that desire, that spark that I talked about last week. So, again, go back and check out that uh, stream from the other day when I talked about this. You've made a decision, okay? The next thing that you got to do, this is the second ingredient. Again, all successful people have this. They have done this, okay? You have got to play full out, and you've got to dedicate yourself. That's the second ingredient, is dedication. The first one I just mentioned was decide. You've got to make a decision. The second one here is you've got to dedicate yourself. You've got to play full out. You've got to go all in. You've all heard this undoubtedly. You heard it from teachers, you heard it from parents, but nothing ever happens when you go half-heartedly, I guess so to say. So you've got to really, another way of saying dedicate yourself is to commit yourself. You've got to go all in. And what do I mean by dedicating yourself, committing yourself all in, especially when it comes to health? That doesn't mean, 10 minutes on a Monday and 20 minutes on a Friday or something. No, you've got to play all in. You've got to dedicate yourself to your higher purpose, to your higher vision, to that higher goal that you have for yourself. That means every single day, every chance you get every day, you do one tiny act towards that. That's commitment. That's playing full out. That's dedicating yourself every day, even if it's 1 minute. Even if you're trying to go couch to healthy, if that's your goal, you want to take back your health, you want to reclaim that. 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes twice a day. I've talked about this before. 5 minutes twice a day to move. That's where it starts. Commit yourself, dedicate yourself, at least one meal a day. Have it be from whole foods. That's the simplest, quickest, easiest way to get started. Okay, you've got that desire, that spark. The decision all in. I'm gonna place and I'm gonna dedicate from this point forward. Every single day, I'm gonna do something, one action, no matter how small it is, to start living that healthy lifestyle, to be healthy. That's my new vision. That's my new focus. Or to be an entrepreneur and to be a brand, to have my own brand and to build my own brand. It's that dedication. Every day I'm doing one other thing. That's that one step that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. That's that one step you take. How do you climb that mountain? Again, it's that one step at a time. So every day, something to dedicate yourself full out. That's going all in. You've got this. You've got those first two ingredients. Again, these are something that you have inside of you. They're here. And we're going to continue these live streams to teach you how you tap into this, how you can start drawing these out of you. Because I'll guarantee you this, 100% of the desire that you need is already within you. 100% of the decision that you need is already within you. And 100% of the dedication that you need is already within you. Now, the third D that you need, this is a big one, okay? You've got to get determined. Okay, because when you're going on this hero's journey, as they call it, and if your hero's journey is from couch to healthy, I guarantee there's going to be days where you fall off the horse. There's going to be days where you don't want to do this. There's going to be days where you're ready to quit, throw up your hands, and just throw in the towel. And I'm not kidding. I've been there myself. Believe me, I'm in the thick of this journey right now, this hero's journey. I'm there several times over the last 6 weeks. I'm like, why don't I just quit, give up, throw in the towel, go back to the 9 to 5? But that's not what life's about. I'm meant for more in life. You're meant for more in life. So if you're really working, if you really have that desire, that decision, you've made that decision, you're dedicated to your cause. Determination is what's going to get you to that final top of the mountain. Okay, the determination is what says, I'm going to keep going no matter what. I'm going to keep going to the finish line, because here's something I'll tell you that's I've just learned recently too, that kind of helped bring the certainty for me to all of this. Okay, when you decide to get healthy, when you dedicate yourself to becoming healthy, and when you're determined to become healthy, not only is it possible, it's inevitable. It's inevitable that you will become healthy, or that you will become an entrepreneur, or that you will have that house, or that you will have that dream job. Again, this doesn't just apply to the health area of your life. This applies to every single aspect of your life. that it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. I can't tell you how long that is. Everybody's hero's journey is a little bit different. A week, a month, a year, several years. It just depends on how wow, they call it the wowness factor of the dream, the goal, the vision, any of that. But these are the three things that I've learned, like I said, over the past 13 years. If you've listened to my first podcast episode and you're a little bit familiar with my story, you'll know that from November 2009 to November 2010, I did not lose a single pound. I failed. To say I failed would be a complete understatement. Like, failed miserably would come closer to describing it. But, and this is what a key point I want to make for you now, you're gonna fail in this journey. There's just no way around it. You're not an expert at what you're trying to do. But if you're looking for health, find an expert out there that can work with you. I happen to be very fortunate that I do know a lot about the health journey. But the failure is what's going to lead to you committing more, you being more dedicated, you being more determined. So don't look at failure as a setback. That first year that I failed in my journey, I swear, when I was on the couch sitting there November 2000 until November 2010, I was just, holy cow, what happened? And then when I sat on my couch, or excuse me, the bed in my bedroom that November 2010, I realized that year of failure was the greatest thing that ever happened to me, because it gave me that last ingredient that I needed. I wasn't fully dedicated. I hadn't fully decided, and I wasn't fully determined. But when I failed that first year of my journey, it gave that to me. So don't view failure as a setback. View failure as the engine that is going to drive you to succeed to where you want to go. That's the purpose of failure. Okay, that's the setback, or the purpose of falling off the horse, as the expressions sometimes go. Anyway, that's just a little glimpse into this bigger world of going from couch to healthy and learning to be healthy. If you'd like to know more information, if you're interested at all to know more, you can certainly reach me. Email info@trainingwithcoachbrad.com. You can always send me a DM message, Training with Coach Brad, either Facebook or Instagram. I'm real good about getting back with you. I always say I talk about a lot of this stuff too on my podcast. It's all available for free there. My podcast is Be Well, Be Safe, Be Happy, Eat Ice Cream, and you can more about this there. But again, I want to wish you well and wish you luck. But those three ingredients, again, just to summarize, you've got to make a decision. Okay. Let me share one more metaphor with you real quick when it comes to making a decision. I grew up in the 80s. I'm Generation X. I'm a Karate Kid. I won't deny that. I love Karate Kid. I love Mr. Miyagi, if you remember that, and Danielson. But he said something in that movie that I still remember to this day. And this is where it comes to making a decision. Mr. Miyagi was talking with Danielson. They were in his house, which was a really nice Japanese-style architectural house and garden. And, of course, he built the garden in the movie. But he sits Danielson down and he says, Danielson, if you walk life left side of road, you're safe. If you walk life right side of road, you're safe. But if you walk life in the middle of the road, sooner or later you get squashed just like a grape. And that's probably the biggest thing that's holding people back, is they're walking in the middle of the road. And so they're getting squashed. And so, yes, they have success, but then it goes down. Yes, success, down. Yes, no, yes, no. You're walking in the middle of the road. You've got to decide, am I going to walk the left side or the right side? I'm either all in or I'm all out. As Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. There is no half of it in the middle of the road. Decide is the very first one. Dedicate yourself to the cause. Every day, do something towards your goal, towards your vision, towards becoming healthy. Okay, walking, eating whole foods is the easiest way. And the third one is, once you fall off the horse, all of that are going to happen. You've got to get determined. Determined is what's going to make the difference. This has been Coach Brad. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you're interested in knowing more, you can reach out to me at info@trainingwithcoach. Make sure you follow Training with Coach Brad. You can send me a DM message there too. All right. Hope you've enjoyed this little live stream. Until next time, Coach Brad saying, be well, be safe, be happy, eat ice cream. Thanks, everyone. Take care. We'll see you next time.